Everyone in the Whitmore mansion believed they knew the truth, because in houses where money speaks loudly, assumptions whisper but still rule everything. Clara Whitmore had worked as a nanny for the Whitmore family for 3 quiet years, caring for their only child, 5-year-old Lily, while her father, billionaire tech investor Richard Whitmore, built empires and attended meetings that lasted longer than bedtime stories. Clara was invisible in that grand house of marble floors and glass walls, moving softly, cleaning gently, loving deeply, and asking for nothing in return except a smile from the little girl who clung to her like she was the safest place in the world. Lily had lost her mother at birth, and though she had every toy imaginable, it was Clara who taught her how to laugh without fear, how to sleep without nightmares, and how to speak when silence felt heavy. But one evening, everything shattered. A diamond bracelet worth more than Clara's entire life savings disappeared from Richard's private safe. The alarm logs showed only one code used during that time, Clara's temporary access code, which she had been given weeks earlier to fetch Lily's medicine during an emergency. The head housekeeper accused her without hesitation. Security footage conveniently glitched. Richard, exhausted, angry, and wounded by betrayal, didn't ask questions. He didn't look into Clara's tear-filled eyes or hear her trembling voice when she swore she was innocent. To him, she was just another employee who had crossed a line. He fired her on the spot, gave her 10 minutes to pack, and ordered security to escort her out. Lily screamed and cried, wrapping her tiny arms around Clara's legs, begging her father not to send her away, but Richard believed children didn't understand adult matters. As Clara walked out carrying a small suitcase, her heart broke not because she lost her job, but because she was leaving the child she loved like her own. Days passed, and the mansion felt colder. Lily stopped eating, stopped speaking, stopped sleeping. She stared at doors waiting for Clara to return. Doctors were called. Psychologists blamed trauma. Richard drowned himself in work, convincing himself that money could fix silence too. Then one night, as Richard tucked Lily into bed, she finally spoke after days of muteness, her voice small but steady, asking, "Daddy, why did you fire Clara when she was protecting me?" Richard froze. Lily had never accused him before. He asked her what she meant, and Lily, clutching her stuffed rabbit, revealed the truth that no adult had cared to uncover. She said that on the day the bracelet went missing, the head housekeeper had gone into Richard's study while Clara was in the garden with her. Lily had followed quietly and saw the woman take the bracelet and hide it in her pocket, then later scream about theft when Richard came home. Lily said Clara told her that telling the truth was important, but adults didn't always listen to children, so she was scared. Richard felt the world tilt beneath him. His anger turned inward, crushing his chest with guilt. The next morning, he ordered a full investigation. This time, there were no shortcuts. Forensic audits uncovered manipulated logs. A hidden camera, installed months earlier and forgotten, revealed everything. The housekeeper confessed within hours. Richard realized he hadn't just fired an innocent woman, he had broken the one person who truly cared for his daughter. He drove himself to Clara's small apartment on the edge of the city, knocking until she opened the door, eyes red, pride shattered. He apologized, not as a millionaire, but as a father who had failed. He offered her double the salary, a contract, bonuses, everything money could buy. Clara listened quietly, then asked only one question, "Will you believe me next time?" Richard couldn't answer immediately, because the truth hurt too much. Lily ran into Clara's arms, crying with relief, and in that moment, Clara knew the truth had already won. She returned, not because of money, but because love doesn't abandon children. Over time, the mansion filled with warmth again. Richard changed too. He learned to listen, to question, to trust beyond wealth and status. Clara became more than a nanny, she became family. And the lesson echoed louder than any accusation ever had. The truth doesn't always come from power, it often comes from the smallest voice in the room. If this story moved you, reminded you that kindness matters and truth always finds its way out, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because every subscription helps us bring more powerful stories like this to life, stories that make you feel, think, and believe again.